Listen, welcome to TFG tonight. I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. Everybody in that place. But once he out of here, guess what? Pop! And all of us coming down. That's why I had to go and talk about Ivanka right quick, because they coming.
Oh, this is what I love about President Barack Hussein Obama. No matter what, he kept it 100.
I was just going to bring that up.
That's right. Yeah. So listen, if my company told me that I had to do something that I said, man, that's a little, we tripping. I mean, bro, half the country voted for a man that took diversity out of employment. Half the country voted for that man. Good morning, Vietnam, Korea, all my Asian brothers and sisters. Good morning. This is TFG tonight. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all excited, man. Listen, I ain't seen you guys in 7 days, man. It's like I be missing y'all. Y'all miss us? I hope y'all miss us. If y'all miss us, y'all make sure y'all come in and say what's up. I can't mess around, right? Because I know we got a lot to talk about, and I don't want to be playing. So, hey, y'all know how we do it. Y'all love them stickers. Y'all bring them. Y'all bring that energy. Let's bring these comments and let's get started. We keeping up with DJ. Y'all ready? Let's talk about DJ. Listen, y'all. So guess what? DJ and his goons, they on the move. They on the move because Apple is letting Parler. If y'all remember who Parler was one of the little COVID operated platforms that Trump was spewing his beautiful logic, whatever you want to call it. He was giving them the business. And they got rid of him. But Apple said, y'all can come back. And see, y'all know what this reminds me of? Y'all remember Darth Vader? Right? Return of the Jedi? Empire Strikes Back? Well, the Empire is about to strike back, y'all. And Darth Vader Trump is on his way back. Y'all remember the music? Play the music in your head. Y'all remember how the music go, right? So Apple said Paula can come back. They got to come back under restrictions, though, right? They're coming back, and they are saying that they are going to protect their users from harmful and dangerous content. Y'all believe that? I don't. And what's so interesting about this, y'all, is that Parler is actually owned by the same guy who owns the right-wing radio station Breitbart. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. Right? So Breitbart, and also it's the name of the family is called the Mercer family, right? And they funded, guess what? They also funded, guess what? Cambridge Analytica. Man, if y'all just follow the money, man, y'all will find out what's going on, right? So the empire is striking back. The only way back, y'all. Listen, 2024 ain't far from it. We don't know if Trump's running, but we know we're gonna keep our eye on him, right? So listen, y'all, let's bring the morning team on. Family, it is morning time in Asia. What's going on? That's Martin, Black, Ken.
What happening? What up?
What the hell is Coach looking? Girl, look at her. Dorothy Dandridge herself.
The only
I was just watching that today.
The only girl in the crew. The only girl in the crew.
And she said you better not call her that either, because she said she whoop everybody.
I know that's right.
Show them your pistol.
Lee, what is that you drinking in that cup?
Don't worry about that.
Fireball and cranberry juice.
Oh, man.
Hey, man. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, everybody. Listen, hey, what y'all think, man? Y'all think this the beginning of the empire striking back? What y'all think?
I don't.
Yeah. Paul, listen.
Oh no.
They're gonna let Trump back in on Twitter. They're gonna let him back in on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's where the money is. What's up, JD? You should talk about the 7-year-old kid. Okay, we'll get to it. Don't worry, it's all on the agenda, Doc. It's all on the agenda. All right, man. What's good to see everybody?
Y'all good to see you too, brother. Yes, sir.
Yep. Oh, yeah. All right, man. Let's run the tape. Where we going? I mean, coming out the gate, fighting. Look at him. Jonathan Pentland. Peatland. Peen man. I don't know what y'all want to call him.
I mean, I would call him something else, but we're not allowed to say that right now.
Yeah, it's morning time. The kids getting dressed for school.
Yeah,
And
it's morning time. They going to
Right.
school.
Yeah.
all right, y'all. So listen,
we got to be PG-13.
yes, please do. Jonathan Pentland. If y'all didn't see it, I don't know why y'all wouldn't have saw it. I mean, everybody on social media now, right? So Pentland, man, I first of all, just looking at the garages, they don't look like they in no gated community, right? They all metal garages. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really know what the deal was. It probably got a public park. I mean, I don't really know. So the camera picks up with the young lady, right? Filming, old dude, man. He probably older than this, but he don't look no more than about 16, 17. But he might be older. I don't know. I was checking at his shoes, so I don't know. He don't
He
look
had
that
on
much older.
Vans, man.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be that old if you wearing Vans. I don't think nobody
Wait,
wear
I got
Vans.
some Vans.
When last time you wore them? Don't say
That was a
that.
couple days ago.
Oh, okay. You was washing clothes then, maybe. I'm just playing. So listen, man. My man comes up to him looking like Sergeant Carter and Gomer Powell. What up, KC? Good to see you,
What up,
man.
Casey?
What up?
He charging them up, man. I'm telling y'all, they be picking the right ones, y'all. They picking the right ones. They picking the right ones.
Yeah, they for real.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I don't either. So apparently, I don't have anybody figured out what started this. I had yet to figure this out.
Apparently, he was walking through the neighborhood, and they felt like somebody in the neighborhood said that he was scouting
Picking
and trying
fights.
to rob and picking fights and
Right.
Oh man,
like
he's from the hood. You know that cat ain't picking no fight.
He was like maybe 2 pounds soaking wet.
Really on stage.
He looks like a gamer. I mean, he doesn't look like he's gonna hurt anybody, you know.
Right.
And he was in his own neighborhood. He lived a couple
Yeah, he
blocks
lived
over.
like around the corner.
Yeah.
He's like, I live in the neighborhood.
Okay. So my thing was, and then we'll let everybody get into it. So apparently, the community got up in arms. You know what I'm saying? Went viral, and they went by his house. Right? They went by his house, and they looked like they was having a block party. Right? I know how they cut out. They put the cones on the streets to stop it from happening, and so all of a sudden he's moving. So this is my interesting thing now. Dwayne, Rude, y'all talk to us right quick about what is it that the military can do for somebody that's in active service that's not acting, their actions are not becoming of their service. What is there something they can do, or what y'all know?
Fire.
Well, that's like your opinion, but I'm saying what happened in the military though?
No, they fire him. They fire him for that job in the military.
No, so
for doing something out in civilian territory.
Yeah, so what'll happen is if he gets any type of civil charges, he'll get the civil charges first, and he'll do whatever civil time that he has to do, pay the fine, whatever the case may be, and then once he get back to his unit, his commander, depending on how serious it is, can put him in for UCMJ, whether it be summarized company grade Article 15 or field grade Article 15, which is done by the battalion commander. In this case, with this, I'd probably put him up for company grade Article 15. I mean,
what does that mean?
Company grade. So company grade is on the company level. Like, so you got, company, battalion, brigade, division, corps, all that stuff. So it's just down on my level as a captain. So basically he get an Article 15, probably 14, depending on his rank too. Now, if he's like a staff sergeant, that's battalion commander, field grade Article 15 all day. So yeah, he would be in trouble big time. And probably reduction in rank, 45 days extra duty, forfeiture, paying allowances and everything. So, I mean, he'd be screwed personally. And then depending on how long he's been in, possible QMP, and he get put out because he can't get that next rank back, because if he's an E6 and he get dropped down to an E5, you got to go back for the board. And like I said, depending on how long he's been in, he done, man.
So it's really funny that y'all saying this, because y'all remember with Gutierrez getting pulled over for the license plate not in the back. They was like, hey, keep it quiet. We don't want you to lose your job or lose your rank. I mean, who are these people, man? So, Rue, what you think? What you think gonna happen?
Worst case scenario for him, I don't think he's gonna get discharged, honestly. Even though it was made public, I don't think they're gonna let him go because they can torture him a whole lot worse if he stays in.
Torture.
You'll have a lot of commanders that will do that just cut.
Well, it depends.
Make an example out of him. Yeah. And I feel like he's gonna end up being I don't know if you were around too whenever the Fort Hood incident happened with the guy shooting up MPF.
Oh, you talking about back in 2009?
And then you saw on our learning, I forgot what they're called now. I'm using learning wells now, but they were called something else. They used the guy as an example of making sure that you can identify a potential on base. So now his picture could be possibly posted on every learning thing in the military at this point. So he's just get away with it. He's in the public eye now, not just on the civilian side, but on the military side as well. So his life is pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, they'll look at that probably like a extremist racism case because we just like we just had this whole safety extremism racism stand down that we were doing last month. So they'll probably look at it like that, considering for he's white and the young man is black, and the actions and the progression that he took, and the fact that he actually put his hands on him. Yeah, that I mean,
Grandmama say court martial.
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna court martial him. They won't go that far. And then, like I said, it just depends on his rank. You know, if he's a staff sergeant, that's at the battalion commander's level all day long.
He's a staff sergeant, King. Though I just looked it up.
Yeah,
he's a staff sergeant.
So but that's at the battalion commander's level. I mean, the company commander will put him in for UCMJ. It'll go up to the battalion commander. It'll go, legal to look at it. And I mean, I'm telling you, the most he probably gonna get is reduction in rank, 45 days, forfeiture pay and allowances, and he's pretty much done. That's it. Because his career,
Black.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead, finish your thought, Dwayne.
Oh yeah, I mean that's as far as he gonna get. Because I mean, his career done because he's
done.
And
that's good to hear.
It just depends on how long he's been in, but
all right.
I mean, he get QMP probably.
Yeah, go Black. What you got? And then Ken,
I was just going to add to it that for him it couldn't have happened at a worse time. Had this been a few months earlier under a different administration, maybe slap on the wrist.
You got the
fact that we now have Biden in the office, whose son served in the military. He was military. I want to comment on what Ms. Vila said, the less than honorable discharge. Certain positions, military, firemen, police, mailmen, there's codes of conduct. And so it's no coincidence that he moved his family out of that neighborhood because like a scarlet letter, now he's stained. So outside of what happens to him with the military, you can't serve in the military forever. There comes a point where you're going to become a civilian, and now that follows you around. And what makes it worse is he brought a stain on his family now. That where he moves, now you're that guy that used your position and power to bully African American in this climate under this administration. Wrong person, wrong time, and he'll pay for it.
Yeah, he messed up because Secretary of Defense, General Austin. I mean, this is a big thing that he's talking about: extremism and racism. So he basically has screwed. And we literally just went through this training a month ago. So I don't know. Yeah, and it's EO. Everybody knows equal opportunity, racism, the whole 9 yards. So I mean, he was
watching 8chan. He was watching 8chan.
I don't know what he was watching. I don't know what he was watching.
Right.
What you got, Ken? What you think about it, bro?
Man, I actually looked up the what he's charged with in the state of South Carolina. What that is called 3rd-degree assault and battery. What he's been charged with, and it's a misdemeanor.
Yep.
It's only a misdemeanor, and it's a possible sentence of 30 days in jail. and a fine up to $500. So that's what he's legally facing. He didn't even have to post bond. He had a personal recognizance bond of like $2,400. So he didn't even have to post up any money when he bonded out. Man, what I think is, bottom line is, man, the white privilege that you always talk about, brother, the white superiority complex that these white folks think that they can just do whatever and whenever to whomever they please and don't have to ask questions and think that we're supposed to answer to him. The thing was funny to me. They kept asking the young man, the young brother, where you live.
Right.
That ain't none of your business. I ain't got to tell you where I live. Yeah. I mean, I'm just walking. And then he was just harassing him. So, like you say, this guy, Rue and King Nova said that his military career is probably kind of shot, but ask me if I care.
Right. Rue, you wanted one more thing. What you got?
Yeah, I was gonna, when things like this happen, I'm not understanding why prosecutors don't go for hate crimes. Like, I don't care how small it is. If you actually list it as a hate crime or try to indict based off a hate crime, then it kind of holds a little bit more weight. Like, that means they would have to prove that what they did was not considered a hate crime. Doesn't matter, if they get off or not. It's now you're labeled as being a racist. And that, to me, I feel like would hold more water. Like, they would hold more weight. And that's what I feel like we need to start doing. Don't just get somebody for assault. Put hate crime behind it. Label them as a racist. And then we can start changing laws, because now we're having statistics on how many people are arrested for hate crimes. And then we can try to change laws a little bit more. Like, kind of make it a priority so that we can get a little bit more done than what we've been doing. We have to be able to break down a system from within. Submersion or subversion, right? You're trying to overthrow a system that exists. So in order to do that, we have to attack the system from within. So if we have loopholes in laws and we can get laws, on our side, then we can start doing more, I feel like, and then that'll alleviate some of the issues that we have, and no more of this. Oh, well, how do you know? I asked him. He said flat out he was talking to me because I was black. Period. I said this on the last show. We need to start asking the questions. Are you approaching me because of the color of my skin? I want to hear the answer. We need to have the answer put out there.
But do you think they're gonna honestly say that? They're gonna say that?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna really admit to that? Yeah, I'm approaching you because you black.
And I'm gonna tell you, if they do tell you that, then you just shoot them, because then that means they on something else. Because any smart person ain't gonna say no. They're gonna if they say
dialogue. It opens dialogue too, because I've had people that are racist, and I've had a conversation with them, asking them why, and we can actually have a conversation. As a matter of fact, I don't know if y'all saw one about Michael Jai White, where he actually he was with someone white. They handed him the white guy a card for an extremist group, and so before they got on the bus, he stopped them and was like, "Hey, let me ask you some questions." And as long as you can get a person to stop and think, then it leaves open for dialogue, and then maybe we could figure out how to actually stop the whole, stop racism. Maybe not necessarily, get rid of it altogether until they die out, but at least control it. We need to be able to control the narrative, and right now we're not controlling nothing. All we're doing is demoralizing these people, which is one step, but that's the extent. We're just putting them on camera, but they're still not physically admitting to being racist. Yeah. They're saying, "Oh, we're not racist. We're something else. We just know that, we may be prejudiced against poor people." Well, that's a totally different discussion. You get what I'm saying?
So like what Rue said, I get what you're saying, Rue, but the problem with that is like doing prosecuting somebody from a hate crime, that's up to the DA. The DA isn't even sometimes they don't even make moves on this. They'll look at it like, it doesn't have enough weight for them to prosecute it as a hate crime. Everything that comes through on the civil spectrum and the justice and the judicial branch, it has levels, and the DA is always the first level for certain things being escalated to a certain level. So that's the problem why it won't be prosecuted.
Afterwards.
Say
After
what?
we get our indictment for criminal charges, why are we not filing civil suits afterwards?
Because half the time the DA does not even push the case to that level.
Civil charges. You can file civil charges on your own. It's a civil matter. and you can list it as a hate crime.
I mean, you could list it as a hate crime, but the DA might not even prosecute it.
All right.
Let me add one last thing to this, because I love the dialogue back and forth. I truly appreciate Rue's vigor and vim and passion and everything. She's from a different generation. I'm 53 years old. I'm an older black man from a different time, so I don't have your faith in the system that you do. And I'm sure my mom and my uncles, my aunts see things a little differently. What I love about your generation now, is on the one hand, you guys are idealistic about being able to have that great conversation with people and maybe they'll listen. But the fact that those neighbors showed up on his lawn and they were at his door and forced him to move, I love that this newer generation, they're not the turn the other cheek generation. They don't subscribe to the Martin Luther King theory of let's work it out. They're more leaning towards the Malcolm X ideology of pick on somebody your own size. Now, me being a 53-year-old man living probably 20-something years older than you, I don't share that view of wanting to talk about it and try to come to a common ground, like you do. I hope you're right. But what I see and what I've experienced is some people you can't reason with. Some racism is so deeply ingrained and taught in such a way, and it's been the underbelly of it has been exposed because of the previous administration. To depend on laws to do things, I don't have confidence in that anymore. I'm literally dependent on your generation now. I like that you're showing up on his lawn. I like that you're willing to take action. And I hope that you guys do in this time what couldn't be done in the 60s. Yeah. It really is time for a civil war. Really and is. I hope the underlying theme behind this show is this is a different time with a different generation expecting different results, because that's how you change the definition of insanity.
Great point, sir. Great point. All right, listen, on that note, I want, man, put up JD's last comment, because it's going to move us to our next topic. And I think, Rue, I'm going to show you a problem that you're going to have talking to people. No, there's another one, the one after that. Who is that one? Let me have that one. It says, confused by why we can't talk about thugs killing kids.
Who is JD?
I don't know, but I'm finna use him.
Okay. Oh my Lord.
I don't know, but he since he said it, hey, said, if you open your mouth, then you don't want to be a part, and I'm gonna be a part. Rue, I'm gonna show you something.
What's his definition of a thug?
Yeah, that's so. Hold on, because this is the dialogue, and I'm finna show Rue why I'm as pessimistic as Lee is, but again, hopeful. Those words right there, those were like he's wanting us to put the last killing that dude shot that kid was a black guy. He don't use the man. He used the word thug. It's already, you already want us to figure out that old boy with the rifle shooting the protesters, he wasn't no thug. He was defending his country. So we always label people according to our own perspective and our own way of thinking, right? Emmett Till situation. I heard that it was an Emmett Till situation. I don't know, right? So, I know that's right, Granny. You better carry that pepper spray. Tell your Granny I'll give you one of them guns she got in her house, right? So I'm playing. But this is my problem. And let's go to the next topic, because this is the thing. All right, so here it is. To JD's point. JD, that wasn't the only killing that happened since the last time we came on this air. But that's the one you want us to focus on. Why? Because you think that black people don't want to talk about black people killing black people. And I'm going to tell you something that's so funny, and I'm ready to talk about it, right? Because we got a lot to talk about this. This is my problem with that statement for you guys. And I hear, even for our black brothers and sisters, they get so up in arm when we talk about, we always talk about the white officer killing the black person, right? And then everybody bring up, well, black people kill black people too. I'm going to show y'all something. Here's the equality in this. Everybody in their own community kills each other. Why? Because of proximity. Guess what that is? That's equality, right?
Bam.
And then you have more men killing women on the spectrum. Guess what that's called, y'all? It's called equality. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, hear me good, JD. Here you go. The problem is when we start talking about how many white people get killed by cops and how many black people get killed by cops, you see where this equal sign go?
Bam. Man, you speaking, brother.
You understand what I'm saying? So
You
it's not the
speaking.
problem that we won't speak on it. It ain't equal.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I was gonna say something my wife told me don't say it. I ain't gonna say it. But I'm just telling y'all, if y'all want it to be equal, well then y'all got a lot of numbers to put up now. Because
you
we
know
already
what?
up about 150,000. So I mean, when we gonna catch up, y'all?
I mean,
My God, Granny gonna tase and pepper.
the problem,
My,
like you can't. What bothers me about that statement is why is it that when it comes to our people, we got to get labeled as thugs, as this, like, but
well,
we
white people
can't.
have a problem being
But
labeled as racist too. So
Right.
hey,
Yeah.
right,
tomato, tomato.
but that won't be in a headline. It won't be in a headline. It'll be, well, this gentleman here, or prime example, the guy that went and shot up the store in Colorado. They walked him out again. Walked him out. But they will label us thugs, gangsters, violent criminals, animals. This like different, but they won't label a terrorist.
Themselves. A terrorist.
They won't label an extremist anything.
Themselves.
They'll say, well, it was a person that he was clearly mentally disabled. He was this, and they'll talk about all the accolades this person has. But when it comes to a black person, thug, gangster, they'll
And
talk
don't get me
about
wrong.
every bad thing that individual did. They say, well, he spent time in jail. He has a history of violence. He has a history of robbing. He has a history of selling drugs. Everything under the sun, they will do to compile whatever dirt they want to compile. But the problem is, and this is this is the thing that bothers me. You can't doggone throw dirt on dirt. Why would you do that?
Okay. So this is the thing. Like, I don't want nobody killing nobody unless it's
I don't either.
justified. Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
don't either.
And so I listen on this show. We gonna speak about black people killing black people. We're gonna speak about black people killing Asians. Like I was appalled at the black man stomping the old Asian lady.
Yeah,
Right?
me too.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
that's an issue
that's
for me.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
an
that's
So
issue.
right.
right.
That's a whole issue.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so listen. Don't. I don't want y'all to get it twisted. But the problem is that when you guys don't do the same for your people, and I'm only saying that out of respect. When y'all don't be as frustrated about what the disparity between the consistency of how things are ran, right? That's the problem. So since the last time we met, we ain't seen each other in 7 days, right? There's at least been 9 killings, right?
Yep.
Multiple mass shootings, right? There have been people, black and white, that have died, right? There have been black and white that have shot. But I'm telling you right now that there's an issue going on, and it's not about black and white. It's about people wanting to now use guns. Listen, do y'all not understand that in this country, in this state, they are now trying to pass a bill where every Tom, Dick, and Harry can put a pistol on their hip, like we're in the old Wild Wild West.
That's what they want to go back to. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah.
that's what it's been.
Go ahead,
And
King. And then I go to the black.
to Mr. JD, I would debate you on the thug that killed those people at the FedEx. Happened a couple
Right.
of days too. What about that?
Thugs.
What about that thug?
Mhm.
He shouldn't have been able to get another weapon. Somehow he slipped through the cracks.
His mama called him, right?
Yeah. He shouldn't have been
want to
allowed to
give
get
him.
another weapon. And here's my thing about that too. My thing is I don't have a problem with nobody carrying guns. I got a problem with the way people can get access to guns. That's my problem.
Mhm.
Now, we got a people problem. We don't have a gun problem. That's the issue. Is people having access to guns. That's my problem.
Because guns ain't gonna get up. A
You
weapon is not gonna get up and start shooting people. A weapon is not gonna get up and start blowing. Start shooting off missiles or anything like that. It's gonna lay there. It's gonna sit there until someone picks it up and pulls that trigger or pushes that button. I hate when you say, "Well, guns kill people." Guns don't do nothing until somebody picks it up. Like I have at least 3 guns in my house. And things will just sit right there until I pick it up. Till I pick it up, take it in my car, and sit it in my car and drive and go wherever I want to go here in Texas. Like, I hate that. Stop with this guns kill people. No, that idiotic fool that picks up the gun and shoots at another person or fires up in the air, whatever the case may be, kills the individuals. That person
Yeah,
kills
man.
people.
So let
Go
me talk
Black.
about the politics of it, which is why we're here.
That's right.
Why it's a topic of gun violence and compliance. Because you know what we're really saying, and Mr. JD, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. You could be a very decent person, I don't know. But the statement you put up there, there's an undercurrent of racism behind it, because you know why it's a problem? As these gentlemen are talking about, guns are not the issue, because you will fight to your death, your dying breath, for your Second Amendment rights to own a gun. It's only a problem because Black people are buying guns. That's what we're really talking about. And so I don't know you from Adam, but when you put that statement up about thugs killing kids, my question would be, how much do you really give a damn about our kids? Because last time I checked, you care more about trees and the whales and saving dolphins and saving anything else other than kids, because you don't see us as real people. And with that being said, this is on the news every day because white people are dying. The same way we talk about a drug problem, the opioid epidemic is because white people are dying. When it was just cracking in the poor neighborhoods, you guys didn't give a damn. Long as HIV and AIDS was killing gay people and Black people, you didn't give a damn. But when famous white rich people start dying, then it becomes an issue. So we're on CNN right now talking about gun violence and compliance because white people are dying. It's a very big thing when white people come on after a shooting and, oh my God, they're devastated, and you dare not shoot no little white girl. The most precious commodity on this earth in the United States is a white girl.
Well,
so when they get killed, we really mourn. But Black people, black kids been getting killed for the last 100 years. Where was that concern then? The underlying is racism, and you don't want Black people to own guns.
So let me say this before we go on. Hold on, Dwayne. Let me have it right. I'm gonna let you have it. So I want to say this because, like, I felt some type of way a long time ago, but I'm gonna tell you something that changed my thought process about this white and Black thing about gun violence. Sandy Hook. That changed it for me. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. There's a lot of white kids. There's a lot of little white kids that a white dude shot, right? And when I saw that, I said, okay, now they're gonna move the ball. Like Lee said, until it happened to them, right, with the drugs, nothing started happening. And I said, now they're gonna move the ball. And guess what? They didn't move the ball. And I said, that's evil. That's not politics. That's not racism. That's evil. Like, they don't even matter. And what you said, Lee, you said that's the highest commodity. But that money is so stuck up in their nose so bad, bro, that they won't even care that a young white dude killed a whole bunch of white kids. I mean, it's so bad that you got your Black president crying that he has more compassion for children, man. And so from there, I don't do the white and Black thing unless y'all do the white and Black thing, JD. When you start talking about thugs, like you said, talk about the thug at the grocery store, right? At the Piggly Wiggly, all these people that shooting, right? Talk about the thug with the knee on the neck. Thug is not a characteristic of Black people, it's an action. Right? Okay, you don't know Tupac, but he got it tatted on his chest, and he wasn't really no thug.
Thug life.
Yeah, he wasn't really no thug. He was just a rapper.
Like,
right?
you know, I
Exactly.
grew up around gang violence. You know, I grew up around, you know, even the Crips and Bloods before they became, you know, Crips and Bloods. They didn't go around. It wasn't gun violence. It wasn't. They were protecting their particular neighborhood. But the point that I saw a news article, Florida now is trying to pass a law to allow, you know what I'm saying, against transgender people and allow genitalia inspections.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to touch that.
No pun intended.
But like it's
I know Dwayne hit a left somewhere.
But let me see what let me boomerang this thing back around. So we will pass laws that protect certain individual people, but we won't pass laws that protect against racism. Look at where I'm going with that. We will pass a law that gives, and by no means, I'm not a racist. You do what you want to do. I don't care. You got to, at the end of the day, you got to give an account of God or whoever you worship. That's all I got to say about that. But
go ahead, Ru.
But Congress has passed laws to protect rights of people. But when has they passed a law to protect the right of African American people? When did they ever do nothing?
I'm with you. Go ahead, Ru. What you got?
I forgot who said it, but the most people in the world wear suits.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
Say what?
I said the most gangster people in the world wear suits.
Bam.
What? Tell you about it.
Preach.
Oh,
Yep.
I
Let's watch The
understand
Sopranos.
Identity politics and how people get upset by verbiage and the way words are thrown around to insult or offend a specific group of people. But I'm gonna go back to Michael Jai White's conversation. He asked him, he said, so you're saying middle-class Black people don't steal from each other, right? Only poor Black people. He asked the guy, so do rich white people steal from each other? And the people had no response.
Rich white people get other people killed.
So that's where I'm at with that. Maybe the reason why they didn't push for I guess the whole prosecution really of when white people kill other white children or white people kill each other, it's because we understand that as a criminal, we don't need laws to govern gun rights, right? White people have gun rights, so they have access to guns, whether they have a license or not. They can either choose to go the criminal way or they can choose to go the right way, the legal way.
Wow. Okay. You're getting into the next part.
Avenues they can get weapons, illegal or legal.
Good point.
And it's never questioned. It's not a question.
All right.
Yeah.
You're looking at it from that standpoint, even from a capitalist standpoint. Who is a bigger threat? Somebody that has the access and the means to pretty much get whatever they want legally, for someone that's actually just trying to survive.
Okay, so you bring me to my point. You got something, Ken?
No, that's a valid point. But you know, we also got to talk about this little organization that has the letters NRA.
Go ahead, bro.
That organization right there is the one that got the clout. You know, they got the butter, and until politicians stop laying in bed with these NRA people, these guns ain't going nowhere. This gun violence ain't going nowhere, Jack.
Well, listen, the NRA got a monster in their closet right now called Letitia James.
They got a hold on everything.
Well, Letitia James in their closet right now, and so they got their own issues. So listen, JD, to the point, and I want to show you something. Everybody knows the military guy who got pulled over by the two cops. Everybody saw that video, right? Because they played it a whole bunch on the media. But this is the problem, JD. I want y'all to take that scenario, right? And I want to show y'all the difference between what y'all keep talking about and what we keep talking about, and why, in the words of Sharon Osbourne, was that racist? Watch this video, bro. Watch this video.
Just don't do it.
Get out of the car. You're on double blue. You know what's gonna happen, right?
Just stop.
You need to get out of the car. That's a lawful order. You're gonna go to jail. At gunpoint. Oh, take me to jail then. Go ahead.
Just come on.
You're obstructing.
I can't.
No, you're obstructing. You're pointing a gun at me, sir. Right now, my life's in threat. Okay. Well, we have. I don't see body cam on this, sir. I'm just gonna drive away. I'm not gonna bother anybody. No, you're Hands not. on the seat.
Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't.
He legally had a firearm.
Well, he legally was in his car too, and he had his hands up. And I mean, I didn't see nobody spraying him like he had raid. He was a roach or something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see them want to have a discussion. Matter of fact, he drove off.
He drove
wasn't even
off.
a gas station.
Well,
Y'all, this dude had a gun in his
car.
lap. In his lap.
Right.
You know
And they was having a full-blown conversation. The guy,
Yeah.
I mean, the officer was just like, just talking to him like it was his buddy or something on the side of the street, man. You know, that'd have been you or I, any of us on this panel. We'd have been like, our car would look like Swiss cheese. Come on, man. I mean, that's
you know what?
lit up. Wait, hold on. What do you call it? You got to get on that lightning rod.
You know what's sickening about that? When that young lieutenant, that commissioned at VCU, did absolutely nothing wrong. He said, "Hey man, I'm just coming from drill. Like I'm literally getting off work, and they getting out. Get out the car right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you better do it. And I was in the military too, and I learned to comply." But this man literally had the gun in his lap and then drives off. What?
And picked it up.
Picked it up.
When they got picked, they begged and pleaded with this dude. Begged and pleaded. He get common courtesy.
What did the cop in the back say? Please don't do this. Please don't do.
Yeah, that's a disparity, JD. There's a disparity. Go ahead, Black.
And you want to talk about thugs? All right.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling you guys. I literally cried watching that. I mean, seriously. And I'm blinking now to keep from crying. That's how offended I am at that video. I have a 19-year-old son. He lives in Memphis, and Memphis is a very violent city.
Oh, Memphis is rough.
There's not a night that goes by. I can't run his life for him. And he's out there doing things. He's at that age where experience is a better teacher for him now than some of the lessons I tried to pour in him. Having said that, I cried when I watched this video. This is at nighttime. This man had a gun. They treated him like a human being. They showed a tremendous amount of restraint. I have to worry every night I lay my head down. Right now it's 9:46. It's 8:46 in Memphis. My son is in them streets.
Yeah, man.
He smokes. He got his little group and he's kicking it. He's doing what I did when I was 19. And I have to worry if he gonna make it home alive every night because they don't see him as human. And for me, when Brittany sent this video to us, I posted it on my page and I said, this one video should be played in perpetuity on every freaking Facebook, Instagram, you name it, over and over and over again. There is no discussion. There is nothing to talk about. Anybody that tells me about there's a difference and Black lives don't matter and whatever reasons you want to come up with, that one video, it encapsulates exactly how they see you and how they see us. And I don't care who you are. This man was allowed to drive off, reach for his weapon. That little snippet you showed doesn't even do the video justice. It doesn't do it justice with what happened in that video. And our lives don't, I can't curse. Our lives don't mean squat. And I cried when I saw that because tonight, Black people are being pulled over, accosted, arrested, slammed to the ground, beat, and they don't give a damn if you're a man or woman because they still don't see us as human beings. And from the president on down, that we're not showing that video on a continual loop to highlight, we don't need an attorney. We don't need a spokesman. That one video should tell any white American what we're screaming at the top of our lungs. And I said it at the top of the show, and I'm going to say it again. We need a civil war because it seems like that's the only thing they're going to understand.
Well, somebody got to be Bugs Bunny and take that white glove out and slap your Sammy Sam in the mouth first, and we're going to go to work. So, okay, so listen, let's end this thing with Chauvin. and Porter. So again, here it is, JD. I'm sorry, man. You came into the office.
Yeah,
So,
you pulled up. You better be ready to,
yeah.
come
Hey
on in. You gotta
man,
come on in the house
look,
now.
you
You done
you
pulled
in the
up. Come
board,
on
hey,
in.
you in the boardroom. You got
And
the
listen,
boardroom on here, bro.
listen, ain't nobody ganging on you, but I just want us to have. If we're gonna tell it, we're gonna tell the truth. Let's do it on both
This
sides, right?
this
And
is
so,
that candid conversation that people are afraid to have.
yeah, well, this is what Rue want us to do. So we talking to you. All right, Rue, we doing
Oh,
a good
we gonna
job.
talk it. We gonna talk
Okay,
it.
I'm just messing. I'm messing. Okay. So here it is, man. So even with Porter, right? Porter, like Shantae said, taser. Okay, I'm just gonna make this statement and I'm gonna move on. Um, that woman right there showed me how smart she was, and she wanted to go on and put one underneath her belt. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion, right? Because I'm gonna tell you what else I saw from that young lady. I saw her resign. She thinks about everything she does. That's the type of person she is, right? Because she got ahead of everything. She wanted to resign so she can keep her retirement. All these things
Yup.
tell me something about that young lady, which was that for somebody, if this was such a high tense thing, but then you holler, listen, okay, I'm not gonna generalize. I'm just saying, taser. Good job. That's gonna keep you out of jail, right? That's what I'm gonna say about that. That'll keep you out of jail. But beyond that, that won't keep you out of the public judgment from us, right?
No.
So with that being said, Chauvin, Derek Chauvin had his closing arguments from the prosecutors and the defense attorney today. Um, just real quick, if y'all watched it, um, y'all think we're gonna get a guilty still? Because I know we asked this a few weeks ago, right? After seeing a little bit of it, what y'all think? Rue, what you think? They gonna charge him with something? Okay. Ken, what you think?
um, I think that he's probably going to be found guilty now, and now the reason I say that I thought the prosecution did because man he did an okay job, wasn't great.
I mean, he
But
like I had a spade hand. He got all
yeah,
the ace
yeah,
queens.
he
I mean,
was.
he did a road,
Yeah,
man.
he was okay. But the thing that I took notes on the defense attorney, and I wanted to see what his method and his argument was. And the two things that I took from his argument is he want to use the camera angle bias. I don't know if you guys heard of this before, but it is called camera angle bias, where that what you're seeing as your eye, if you got it from different angles, sometimes what you think you're seeing is not what you're seeing. That is one of the tactics that this defense attorney is trying to use to put into those jurors' head. Now, I can say my background is television news videography. So I know about composition, I know about lighting, I know about angles when it comes to camera and what you're seeing. But the one thing that certain angles, cameras don't lie. And the one thing that he can't get around is that one camera angle where you saw Chauvin with his his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. So that's one of his tactics that he used. And all he needs to do is put a one little seed of doubt in one of those jurors' mind to them to say, you know what, maybe I didn't see what I was seeing. Maybe that angle wasn't. Maybe that his knee wasn't on his neck. Maybe it was on more of his shoulder blade. That's what he tried. That's what he did today. And the other one is he wanted to say that a reasonable officer will make certain decisions during a arrest or whatever. And he's saying sometimes as a reasonable officer that when you pull up on a scene that you have to assess the scene, and sometimes you have to, if you're reasonable when you get there and the situation is totally different, then you can use whatever tactics that may be needed to get the scene under control. So those were the two things that I took from the defense attorney. I think he has holes in it, but I'm just saying that camera angle bias, that's the one that you guys keep think about that and read about that, because that might be key to this case.
Go Black.
I don't know which rapper said it in his line. He said, "I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6." So I don't have the faith in that they're going to find them guilty. I think the
Tupac.
prosecution. Okay, I think the prosecutor did a fantastic job. But to Kenny's point, that we're having to consider the video angle theory, and he had pills in his mouth, and maybe it was the exhaust. All it takes is one juror. And I think that's why Maxine Waters is standing out there tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think they've already asked the judge today for possible mistrial. They prepared for an appeal.
Yep.
I do not have faith in the justice system. I think they are going to look for a reason to have a hung jury and a mistrial. They have not been sequestered. And so I wish I could sit here and tell you that I had the confidence, Brenton, that they're going to do the right thing. But I'm old enough to know that Rodney King got his ass flat beat on TV and they still got off.
Bam. That camera angle
Hey,
bias.
look, that
That's
camera
what I'm
angle,
talking about.
that camera angle was a beast in that Rodney King beating. That was in 1993. I think I was in elementary school. I remember that.
So here it is, y'all. Dwayne, did you tell me what you think?
What I think? You really want to know what I think?
Okay, no, let's keep moving. Hold on.
Okay.
No. I know, boy. Don't even worry about that. I hear you. Okay. So listen, y'all. This is my take on it, right? This is what I want to say. Again, we talk about checkers playing chess, and I hear you, Shantae. They wanted they went and got Maxine from California, trying to make her be the reason why it need to be over, right? All that kind of stuff. But this is what I want to tell y'all. This is why I'm telling y'all: teach your kids how to play chess and start playing these checkers. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of seeing the trial, right? Because I'm tired of watching the video. I'm tired of hearing people make excuses for reality. Like, man, y'all keep telling me that when the cash register open on the other side, that ain't my money over there.
No,
But if I can find the right defense attorney, maybe it is my money, because find a keeper, loses a weeper. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. What I saw today was a system that is set up to wear us out. Because even if he does get convicted, I'm gonna tell y'all something that I never heard of before. And I pride myself on being intelligent. This joker brought out the Blakely waiver. Now I got $5 for anybody on this show that can tell me that they already knew what the Blakely waiver was.
Nah.
Nobody had a clue. I'm gonna tell y'all what the Blakely waiver is. The Blakely waiver is a waiver of certain sentencing guidelines by a criminal defendant during plea negotiations. It is a waiver of the right to trial on sentencing factors that may be used to increase or enhance sentencing. In a Blakely waiver, the defendant gives up the right to a jury or court trial on any sentencing factors and consent to the judge's determination of the existence of any sentencing factors with the judge's discretion as allowed by the applicable laws and rule of court.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all something. They've been thinking 10 steps ahead of us since day one, right? Everybody's been learning from everybody else. I'm telling y'all, if you didn't learn from Kim Porter learned from Derek Chauvin. Here it is. Derek Chauvin, guess who he learned from? Amber Geiger. Man, I think I'm preaching up in here. Amber Geiger got 10 years, right, from the jury.
Right.
But you know what? And I respect the judge. The judge has been doing a fantastic job of mediating this trial. But you know what? Derek Chauvin sitting over there, y'all know how he was looking in court? I'm gonna help y'all out. Did y'all see how he was looking in court today? Did anybody?
I did.
Did you see Brenton? Did you see how he was looking?
I did.
Brenton, whenever you get a chance, show everybody how Derek was looking in court. But Derek Chauvin was sitting up looking in court like a man that was waiting for round one of a 12-round fight. There he is. That's how he was looking in court.
Yeah.
Right? Every time they pan the camera over there, that's how he was looking.
Yep.
Right? And so, and my thing is, y'all, these cats have been, this dude stood up and said, yeah, I don't want the jury to sentence me. I want the judge to sentence me. Y'all better stop playing around here.
Because that's exactly what he's going to do. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, everybody's learning from everybody. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I want to show y'all what the town says if he was found not guilty. Let's roll the video from the locals. Let's see what the locals have to say about it.
Today we are in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, where Daunte Wright was fatally shot. And we're asking people what they expect the city to look like if Derek Chauvin is found not guilty of murder. Let's see what they say. I think the city is going to look like if Chauvin is found not guilty of...
Oh, y'all, we going to be fucked up.
If those cops get off, not only will they burn downtown down, they're going to burn all of downtown down.
I think it'll burn.
Businesses are going to burn again. A lot are going to get broken into.
It looked like it did before. When they killed them.
It looked like Minneapolis dead. Straight like that. It will.
If he's found not guilty, maybe it needs to burn.
It's gonna be chaos either way.
I'm scared. I think it'll probably be worse than it was the past couple nights for sure.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. That response is checkers. What they're gonna do is they're gonna wear us out with these appeals, with all this other stuff, right? His sentence may be time served before you know it, just because of all this. But they want us to burn the places down, right? They want us to act a fool. Oh, it's gonna be just like Minnesota. All right, y'all. I hear y'all. But the problem is that he may be found guilty, but the game is yet far from over.
It's
far from over.
It's just the beginning.
So,
it's just the beginning.
Yeah. So I'm just telling y'all, they're gonna wear us out. They want y'all to go buy them J's, go buy the new clothes, take that extra money, and forget about Derek Chauvin and George Floyd. Oh, he got convicted. Yeah, but then y'all see him on the streets working down there in Mayberry in a few years, and so it is what it is.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Rue, and then we're gonna go to the next one.
Okay, so I hear you, Lee, when you're talking about this system and everything, and how we're a different generation, or I'm a part of a different generation because this is a Malcolm X generation. Okay, their attitudes are Malcolm X like. However, Malcolm X's people, they were disciplined, they were structured, and there's the lack that I'm seeing. So I feel like I do believe in infiltrating a system from within, but the one thing that we don't have is a well-designed and disciplined militia. And I'm not understanding why we're not utilizing the people that, is supposed to be down, is supposed to be, willing to, take a bullet, willing to, why are they not fighting for us? Why are they not fighting for each other? So until we can get that type of movement going, because we can sit here and we can control the narrative within religion, right? Everybody knows that our ancestors were people of color. You can go back to the Bible, and we have now put the information out there that they were all black, right? We can sit here and change laws regarding our education. We can involve critical thinking within our education system. We can build private schools. We have celebrities that do that right now. We are not intentionally forming groups that are willing to actually fight. So, yeah, we're acting a fool, but it's not doing anything because everybody else is looking at us like, well, there they go again. See, point case, bam. That's what we be talking about. That's not doing anything. So I get where you're saying that, oh, we need a civil war for this to happen. It needs to be controlled, and it needs to have intent, and it needs to be motivated in a way where we're not looking crazy. We have purpose. There's a way to do this. So I don't want people just going crazy out there. You need to have some kind of freaking discipline.
And a plan.
That's how America was colonized, because you control the people when they're already down, right? This is a perfect time. We're demoralizing these races right now. We're controlling and influencing propaganda. That's two things right off the list that we're doing. We're not fighting though. We're just burning stuff with no intention, just destroying stuff. That's not gonna do anything. So
I love everything you're saying, but your idealism is showing again, and I love you for it. I really do. But everything you're saying is 1000% accurate. But the truth of the matter is, the generation that came behind me, they are disorganized, disjointed, because this is a generation that didn't raise any new leaders. They don't believe in anything. I work in education. This is the generation that don't go to school. They don't educate themselves. They pride themselves on not knowing shit. Sorry, if I had to say it in that way. They take a great deal of pride in not knowing things.
Yeah.
And so while you're right, 1000% right, there is no Martins and Malcolms. There aren't any even Reverend Jesse Jacksons out here anymore. We are the most disjointed. We are the most disjointed people on the face of this planet. And it's by design, because they've been able to use those weapons against us. And so I challenge you to tell me I'm wrong, Martin.
Okay, so I feel I do agree that this generation is extremely ignorant, for the simple fact that they do not want to pick up a book and read, nor do they feel entitled. The reason I say that is because I have quite a few that I had that issue with.
I thought you had quite a few kids.
No. And I mean that on
I'm sorry, DMX.
But you know, there are Martin Luther Kings out here. There are, you know, Malcolm X's in this world, and a lot of them are us now. You know, like myself, Rue, people that see things on both sides of the spectrum, but we're able to try to implore what should be done. The problem is, like my boy said, like Brenton said, people out here playing checkers when they should be playing chess. And having a civil war, does violence begets violence. What are we gonna solve by fighting physically? Education, intellect, the process of, let me put you on Front Street. If you embarrass somebody enough, you see what happens? Yeah,
Doesn't work.
Oh, yes, it does.
Doesn't work.
Yes, it does. It does.
Doesn't work.
It might not work in your spectrum,
Okay,
but I've seen it. But I've seen it.
It has to work in conjunction with another.
The reality is we don't hold enough power for it to work. Not to mention the fact that I agree with you in principle, and that works in theory, but it's not realistic.
Okay, this is the problem that I have. Every time we come up with maybe a possible solution, you shut it down and say it's not going to happen. If we keep having the same mindset that, oh, we can't do this because the system this, the system that, our ancestors fought.
I got one simple question for both of you. If there are Malcolms out there, where are they and why haven't we mobilized? Where are they? I'm not talking about you individually, my brother, in terms of your personal beliefs, but where's the mobilization of the people that think like you, that are able to galvanize people and affect change? Show me that.
Okay, so I want to make that. Hold on, Dwayne. I want to let that be a what do you call those? The questions you don't answer. What's the word?
Rhetorical.
A rhetorical question. Thank you. Because I think we'll go 45 minutes with that. So hold on. Hold on. Let that be a rhetorical.
I was hiding in the bushes. I was waiting for my shot, but I'm good.
I saw Arsenio Hall say things that make you go. So I want to say it like this, and I want to move on to the next thing. Here's the oxymoron. We are the generation that have the most information we've ever had in our life.
True.
And we are the same generation. We have the most people that don't want to see it.
True.
Also true. Also true.
All right. So that's the problem, right? Because if Martin Luther King had Google, if Malcolm had Google, Malcolm probably wouldn't have been a Muslim as long as he was. And Martin, well, I don't want to talk about the other part, but
touche.
Touche. Okay. That's right. Right. Okay. So here we go. Next topic. Matthew McConaughey.
Who? That's a.
Well, I knew she
was coming. I knew she was gonna come with it at one point.
Yeah, I
was just waiting for it.
Listen, Matthew McConaughey is big.
That's a sexy white boy right there.
All right, so keep your seat, sister. Keep your seat. Okay. Listen. All right, so Matthew McConaughey wants to be the new Ronald Reagan, right? He wants to get in politics. If y'all didn't know, Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Right.
So, right. So Matthew McConaughey, the only reason I brought it up because he may have a shot only because people like Rue. But he better come right. But he better come on with some information because although I think we'll vote for him, like what?
Allies are necessary.
No, I hear you. But I think we're gonna vote for him because we want Greg Abbott out, not so much because we want to hear what he got to say. So, Matthew McConaughey, you may have your ticket to get in, brother, but you just better have something to say when you get in there. All right, I just want to leave it at that. So yeah, okay. Anyway, next topic. Here we go. What you say? If Arnold can do it, so can he. Well,
hey, that guy that was in the White House in the last 4 years, if that
we
guy
really
can
calling
do
him
it,
an actor. He ain't no actor.
Oh no, he an actor. Yeah,
He a clown. All right, listen. Let's get with it. Holler at him, bro.
Y'all already know. Let me holler at y'all about this gay bachelor situation.
Oh, my
in case
God.
you haven't
oh
followed.
boy, we get. Oh,
Look,
hold on. I gotta fill up my
I'm outta here.
drink up. Okay,
I'm out of here.
Go ahead, brother.
No. It ain't gonna be that controversial because I want to raise a question. And Mr. Martin, you actually said something so integral to the point I'm going to make. You said not even a few minutes ago that we as America, we can make laws to protect individual rights, but not people, not the race of people. So I'm going to go there with this. In case you don't know what's happening, the young man's name is Colton Underwood. He was the Bachelor in season 23. It's 2019. Full disclosure, I've never watched the show a day in my life. Me personally, I could care less about white people dating one another. Just doesn't interest me. Having said that, it is an extremely popular show. So much so that it's one of the top rated shows, and they've even recently had a black bachelor. Now on the show, it's in case you haven't watched it, it's a single guy. He's courting all of these women. They create some situations where at the end he picks the last one standing, and they find true love. Well, I have a problem with the premise of it altogether. That's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But here we are in 2021, and Mr. Colton, who's 29 years old, and he picked a young lady at the end of that season named Cassie Randolph. She's 25, and they went off to ride off into the sunset happily ever after. And they dated for close to 2 years, but he just disclosed that he realizes now that he's gay. And he's made his rounds on Nightline, Good Morning America. He even has a Netflix series lined up to talk about his coming out party.
What?
Now, yeah, that his journey. He's already lined up to have a reality show on Netflix, mind you now. Now, here's something he said. He says, I don't know if I will ever get the chance to sit down and talk to her because he didn't let her know he was gay. He told this to the media. He's only telling this story now. He said, I would like to say sorry for how things ended, and I messed up and I made a lot of bad choices. Now, he's being celebrated right now. Robin Roberts, who's on Good Morning America, she's openly gay. She has she's married to a woman, and she's applauding him for his journey and being true to himself. Lance Bass, who's a former member of NSYNC, he's speaking out against him. He says that he thinks that he's going to have trouble with the gay community because he's monetizing his experience. Now, of course, this is the kettle called the pot called the kettle black because Lance Bass himself came out as gay after multiple years after performing with NSYNC, and he even wrote a book called Out in Sync or something like that. Now, let me say for the record, I have no issue whatsoever with the gay community. So I truly, truly don't. My problem I have with this is the hypocrisy in it all. That's my problem I have with it. If the roles was reversed and had a straight man deceived a woman at the level that he deceived all of those women living that lie, we would be up in arms. But you said it earlier, Martin, that right now when you're gay, it's great to be gay in America because that's the one demographic that nobody wants to say anything about. So much so that they've even added 2 more letters into their group. Well, they've even added 2. I'm touching it. They've even added 2 more groups to their group. We went from LBGTQ. We've added IA into it now. What IA means, I have absolutely no idea. But they're forcing acceptance on us because you dare not say anything negative against them because they're living out their true journey and being their true selves. So I just want to say in my segment, any of you women out there, as I continue to get a little more popular, one day you may come forward and say, Lee deceived me because he told me he was the CEO of Walmart or he was a high-level executive in Nike. I want you to forgive me too, because I was a Christian and I was only living out my dream of being a hoe.
Oh my God!
And I did what I did because I couldn't come true with myself. But I just want you to know I'm sorry for it. Show me that same level of acceptance.
We're gonna get your grandmama.
Oh man!
Go get.
Oh my
Granny.
God.
Granny, you hear Lee?
Black
He said
is
he's sorry.
the only way he can do it. That's what Black does, man.
I ain't touching that with a. I'm not touching none of that. We don't. On to the next one. Yeah, Lee said it here first. Listen. Good morning, everybody. All right, we got one more before we get out of here. So listen, they finally decided that they were going to let everybody have that extra money. You got kids. They said they think they're gonna get it to you by July. That's a good time because the summer's here and they want y'all to go spend that money, get that shot. And listen, y'all hurry up because I need my investments to go up now. Y'all get on these boats and these planes so I can get some of this money back, right? Because I need my investments to go up. So listen, so again, remember 3,600 for anybody that's under the age of 6 and 3,000. So that's $100 a month that you're gonna get per child, right? No. That's a lot. That's $500 a month. 5 times 6 is 33,000. $500 a month that you're gonna get per child. So some of y'all are gonna be looking real good. Lee, find the ones that got 4 or 5 kids. Man. Lee said he don't want none of the folks, right? Because the drink's on y'all. All right. So listen, this stirred the pot a little bit for our resident madam on the panel. She wanted to talk about well, I'll let her talk about it. What do you want to talk about this thing with check money? What's the problem here? You muted.
Rue, you muted. You muted, Rue. Okay, there we go.
Right. Come on here, madam.
All right.
I don't have a problem with them giving me some money for how many kids I got. That's fine. I'll take that. The child support thing, I've kind of always had an issue with. I've always kind of felt a little. When I did need the help, the first thing they asked me is, "Where's the daddy?" Right?
Now wait. We gotta tell the truth, right now. You said that you said the way to get fathers back in the home was to take away child support, didn't you?
I feel like if you take child support away, because government should not be involved in civil issues, because that's exactly what that is. When it comes to money, that's a civil. That's communication between one parent and another parent, and the government should not be involved in that period. The other thing, the issue that I have is we're in an age where it is so popular and so socially acceptable to have kids out of wedlock, and the mama gets the check. If you were picking, I don't care whose toes I step on right now. If you were picking your mate, if you were choosing your mate correctly, I'll say that, then you wouldn't have to worry about him not being there. To raise a child. Okay? Look, women have the power. I've made some bad choices in some men, but I've married all 3 of them.
Okay.
Good money.
I married all 3 of them.
All right, Martin.
I never wanted to go to court for child support because I felt like at the end of the day, it's his job to be a parent. It's his job to be a parent. And if he chooses to be a parent, he chooses to be a parent. It was my responsibility. I'm accountable only for myself. It's my responsibility to be able to take care of my kids if I have them. I shouldn't be having to rely on anybody else. You birthed those kids, therefore they are your responsibility. If you did not want to have children, you should have took the precautions. and made sure you did not have children. Not say, oh, well, it's okay, I can have this kid and I'll just get him for child support. No, that is not what that is for. If you want child support, you feel like you need child support that bad, then both of y'all put money into a pot and both of y'all pay child support. And that way the kid is going to be well taken care of. This is the thing with white people. They have trust for their kids. That means their kids may have something growing up. What happens to the money that the parent gets when they're getting child support? Where does it go?
$3,600. What's gonna happen to it?
So,
We'll ask in January.
yeah,
what you got, Dwayne? Yeah, I know you're gonna wait. What you got, Dwayne?
Did I say it all? I'm just saying.
It's coming through the screen, brother. Come on with it.
I think this is bullshit. First of all, there is no reason in the world. There's a lot of sorry women out here in this world, right? A lot. And like Ruth said, there's women out here that'll just get pregnant by a dude just to get child support because he flashed whatever reason they want to pick. Prime example, movie stars. Prime example, rappers. Freaking what's her name? She's so stupid. She got a TV show now. Cardi B. We all know good and well if she was a normal person, the first thing she would want is child support. Why are we like it blows my mind. Child tax credits? For what? Like, I don't.
If you don't want yours, I'll take it.
The system.
I promise you.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get it. You know,
I'm trying to go back.
It's only given to the parent that has.
Oh, they got the stimulus. Okay.
Parent.
Right.
Okay.
No, I think you can get half though.
All this is going. I can't get mad.
If
you don't know why.
If you ain't good with your baby mother, maybe y'all could work something out. Give you half of it.
Wow.
They already telling you that's the problem.
Oh, that ain't working.
Yeah.
Okay.
My baby mama could go. My baby mama could go jump off a cliff.
Okay.
Grandmama said she never got child support.
For a family. Like why?
What?
So wait, say what grandmama said.
Work for a family.
Granny
I
said.
didn't hear you, Rude. What'd you say?
Yeah, see that part.
Yeah, that part right there.
Granny knows that when I was trying to get on my feet after my divorce, sis $150.
I've been busting my tail. I've been busting my tail since my daughter has been born. And I got to pay child support to a person that doggone don't want to do nothing?
Hold on.
Come on, bro.
Nah.
Why
are we women? Honey, because
I've been there since day one.
You're giving birth. You have a choice to either take the seed or not.
All right.
This is a hot topic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What does that got to do with a woman eating off the system because she wants to be lazy and not do nothing? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
At some point, women need to take some accountability.
Because we all know that a lot of women out here in this world, only thing they want to do is get pregnant, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 kids and do absolutely nothing.
Go ahead, kid. Kid.
Hey, I just want to ask any ladies out there that's getting this child tax credit. You want to go half on a baby?
You about a year late, Doc. Okay, look. Listen. Again, we're gonna be Arsenio Hall. We're gonna just say things that make you go, right? Because at the end of the day, I think the problem with where we are in this whole category is the fact that everybody stands on their own moral ground, and it is about as uneven as an old Baptist church that is built on red dirt. Right, the foundation is so off, right, and it's so unleveled. That's the problem, right? That everybody has their own moral grounds here, and that because we stand on them based on our perspectives and our experiences, that we'll never be equal, right? It has that problem again. So my thing is, I agree with Ruth again, not to be religious here, but I'm just saying, if y'all not gonna think alike, y'all not gonna act alike, then what in the world are y'all trying to be on tonight? so there's no.
That need to be a T-shirt, brother.
I'm
That needs to be a
Brown.
T-shirt. Yeah,
I'm just
man.
saying, like, right?
Yeah.
Listen, y'all,
Yeah.
we can't do that because we're creating. I'm telling y'all thought the stimulus check was gonna be a problem, right? Because that was just one $1,400 check. Now y'all finna get $3,000 for the next 6 months, and we just got to talking about gun violence. But there's gonna be a lot of problems, man. Like this one dude who shot his baby mama because she wouldn't give him $1,400
Right.
of that money.
Again.
So I understand. Keep your legs closed from somebody that don't count. I got you. Now listen, 3 times the charm. So hopefully you where you want to be.
Child
man.
support is not.
I'm just
Child support is not for the woman. Child support is for the child to build and take care of the child. It's not. It's not to support the woman's needs or wants or for her hair or her nails. It's not for that. It's to support that child. Like words have meaning. If you want to call it support, you need to call it. You need to call it woman support.
But we could go on another
I
hour.
know. Okay. Because okay. So here it is. And
I want to make it very clear. That I'm sitting here trying to show women that they have that much power. Stop being a peasant. Okay? If you want to be a peasant, stop doing peasant things.
So why isn't it just a hustle?
Look, I'm gonna tell you that little $150.
Because it's a hustle.
Look, that little $150 that I didn't even press for goes straight to her. She has her card. She's had her card for the whole 16 years she's been alive. I haven't touched it.
And listen, in the words of my, and we're gonna get out of here. In the words of my fellow Republicans, it's not the gun bad. Well, it's not the gun is not bad, but it's the person with the gun is bad. So it's not the child support is bad. It's the person with the child support is bad. So however they use it, that's on them. So again, right. But I don't think a good person with child support can offset a bad person with child support. I don't know, y'all. It's so much that you can go on all that. Listen, I'm just telling y'all. Uncle Joe said y'all can have some more money later on this year. So all my kids trying to figure out how much money they getting. I told them, no, they turn their lights off at night. Then that's how we're gonna talk about all that.
I wish I could get some of that money.
Look, another thing is, if you get rid of it, then dudes can't use that. You can't use that as an excuse anymore. Oh, she just want me because I'm gonna get child support. Oh, well, that's not even on the table no more.
All right, Eddie.
Now what you gonna do?
Eddie on a rant up there. All right, Eddie. All right. Listen, y'all, it has been a fantastic show, man. I'm telling y'all, round of applause for everybody standing up in the morning. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, we be putting in work, y'all. Yeah. Hey, I just want to say I appreciate all my Asian morning watchers and all you guys that watch this thing at night. Y'all watch it again in the morning because this is the morning team right here. We just on at night. That's all. Right, it's all it is. Yeah. Listen, I mean, fantastic show, y'all. Y'all ready for final thoughts?
Let's do it.
I don't know if I want Dwayne to go first. Just don't talk about child support, Dwayne.
I just hate. I don't like sorry people, man. I don't like people that ain't gonna get out here and grind. If you sit up here and talk about some you grinding, I'm out here taking care of my kids. But you got 4 or 5 of them with 4 different, or 6 or 7 different dudes. You ain't grinding. You making a problem for the world. Like, come on, man. But no, seriously though, my final thoughts is guns don't kill people. People kill people. Stop saying words and stop using underlying racist words when you just go ahead and say what you need to say. So whatever gonna happen to you is gonna happen to you. Love everybody. Be peaceful. I'm out, man. I got nothing to say. Holla.
oh, Keaton over hot, boy.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go on, Black. What you got?
Hot. I'm hot.
I just want to say that clearly we have so many issues facing us as a people, and my hope, wishing upon that star, is that if we can combine the passion and the power of Martin and Rue with the strategic planning of the old school leaders, we could really be something special as a people.
I agree. Thank you, sir. What you got, boss?
Oh man, I don't know where to begin after filing this child support, child tax credit. But to keep it real though, you know, I watched the closing arguments, most of it today. And the one thing that I did take away from all the legal jargon and all that, the one thing the prosecutor said, and I hope that the jurors in this trial really listen to, the best thing he said was, use your common sense. Believe your eyes. You saw what you saw. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, jurors. He's guilty. That's my final thoughts.
Yeah, right on. Ruru.
Subversion. We need to figure out everybody. I want everybody to go home, or if you obviously y'all home. I want everybody to know what subversion is. We need to infiltrate the system. Use the little loopholes that our ancestors created, and also let's build a cohesive, disciplined unit. We have a big community. I feel like that we could do some damage, but with intent and discipline. So I just need everybody to start doing some research. Like, we can throw around Martin Luther King's name and Malcolm X's name, but did you really go and look at, what they thought and what they were going through around that time, what they felt, things that they saw? Go over their principles. Go over how they were raised. Go over before the moments before they died. Like, you have to have an understanding of their world in order to implement the changes that they wanted to see for us in this world. So my final thought is educate yourself.
Thank you, ma'am, for that. Listen, shout out to everybody that gave a sticker tonight. Ain't. All right, then. It's all good. We still love y'all.
We still love y'all. Yeah,
we still, and we're gonna be back here Monday. We
got
do it
much love
people.
for you. Much love.
Yeah. All right. So listen, I'm gonna try to say something real deep, but it just may be shallow. I just want y'all to think about it. So today, Scottie Pippen lost his son, and he was 33 years old, and 33 was his number on his jersey.
Wow, sure.
I want y'all to keep in mind, I'm not saying anything about Scottie Pippen's son, nor the number on his jersey. I just want you to think the next time you find yourself in a situation and you see something that has a deeper meaning into it, take time and think about it. Because I don't know why that young man died at 33, and I don't even know if it had anything to do with Scottie Pippen's jersey. But all I'm asking you to do is don't forget to think about the things that's most important. And when you see some similarities, it's okay to be consistent. Just be consistent. No matter how you feel, just be consistent. So we're going to consistently see y'all next Monday. That's Ken. That's Lee. That's Rue. That's Dwayne. I'm Mr. Haynes, and we'll see y'all Monday. We out.